together that delivers the resources where we think it's needed without political considerations.
Hey, Governor.
Yes.
Ann Sanner at AP.
Hi, Ann.
Speaking of politics and policy, your budget's coming out on Monday. Can we expect to see Medicaid expansion in there? And what factors are you weighing as you get close to that decision?
Well, first of all, of course, I'm going to hold that off till Monday, the announcement. I think probably many of you suspect what I'm going to do. If you followed me for the last couple of years, and as you've gotten to know me better, you kind of know how I feel about things like this. I mean, a big consideration is it's over the next 7 years. If you, in fact, have Medicaid, if you start covering the childless individuals who are poor, $14,000 and below, really working poor people, if you were to do it, you would generate about $14 billion of Ohio money, Ohio taxpayer money, coming back to deal with the challenges we have in this state involving poverty. It's $14 billion that flows, through our communities, our hospitals, our doctors, and then, of course, all the way through our communities. I am hopeful that, maybe not right now, but I'm hopeful that over time, perhaps the administration can figure out a way to be a little bit more flexible. I've talked to some people there, but that'll be to be talked about a little bit down the road. But the other consideration, of course, is what happens to our small medical facilities. Do we create financial chaos? Because at some point, the disproportionate share, in other words, people who go to the hospital to get their primary care because they don't have health insurance, they're not going to be reimbursed for that anymore. And hospitals will find themselves in a very difficult situation. And so that's a consideration as well. I don't view this as Obamacare at all. Obamacare, involving an individual mandate, I don't support. Obamacare that's going to come in and eliminate the ability to have an insurance rating system and come in and dictate that, I don't support at all. But this is a different issue. This is about people who are at the lower economic end. This is about a government that's proposing to pay 100% of those costs for 3 years, and then it drops to 90%, but of course the current Medicaid system reimburses us at about 62%. So my concern about it all is, can you trust Washington to keep any promise that they make? And is there a way to effectively deal with it, if in fact they pull the rug from under you? But this is, the decision will be announced on Monday, but there are a lot of considerations that go into this. I've noticed that the governor of Tennessee has said he'll decide later. The governor of Indiana has turned this over to the legislature. My nature is not to punt. I'm going to make a decision one way or the other, and I'm going to announce it, and I'm going to get out and explain exactly why I made the decision that I've made. But that will come on Monday.